Recently, I went through my own transformation, getting myself out of shape. You can see it on screen here, into shape. I lost 22 kilos. So this video is all about burning fat, getting lean, and how you can do the same. Now, with myself and with my clients, I use the same 3-pillar focus: training, nutrition, and cardio protocol, additional movement. Now, those 3 pillars I believe to be the absolute cornerstones to any successful result. And it's important that you include all 3 of them to any of your own efforts. If you just choose one, you will struggle to progress because you're lacking on the others. So it's about the combination of all of them and how they can bring you the best result possible. So give this video a watch all the way through. Some excellent little summary tips at the end, so make sure you watch to the end. If you have questions on anything that I talk about here, drop a comment on the video and I will come back to you with as detailed an answer as possible. Enjoy. So first pillar, when it comes to getting lean, training. Really, really simple. What are we doing? How many times a week are we doing it? And where are we doing it? For some guys that might just be at home. A lot of people that's going to be in the gym, but ultimately, how many times a week can you do something every week over the course of 6 months to a year? It's as simple as that. Not how many times a week can I do it over the course of 4 weeks, because you're probably going to do too much and realize that that's just unrealistic and ultimately fall off the wagon and go back to square one. So for me, 3 times a week in the gym. And I'm really focusing on lean muscle maintenance, and at the start of the lean out journey, potentially a bit of lean muscle gain, because my calories will be high enough to support that. So the key thing for me with my training is creating a stimulus that is high enough, worthy of progression. The gym is a tool to create a stimulus, and for me, I increase that stimulus to give myself the best possible chance of potential progress by controlling reps, so putting the muscle under tension, and timing rest times so that I'm not fully recovering the whole time. It cuts my session time down drastically. I'm not dilly-dallying between sets, checking my phone, doing all this stuff. But ultimately, training. For me, 3 times a week, that's it. A lot of people probably think I train every day. I don't. I train 3 times a week. It's really structured. There's no guesswork. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm tracking my numbers in the gym using a training log, and I'm looking at beating those numbers every single week. So really intentional work on my training pillar, and I'm looking at maintaining lean muscle mass and potentially building some lean muscle mass at the start of the lean out journey when my calories are a little bit higher to do so. So figure out for yourself, how many times a week can I commit to training without it impacting day-to-day life too much. So the majority of you, that's going to mean 3, maybe 4 sessions a week, not 5, 6, 7 sessions, where it's dominating your life, dominating your schedule. And that's a really important thing for the training pillar. So look, when you're looking to get lean, we want resistance training. We want as much muscle mass as possible, because the more lean muscle mass you have, the faster your metabolism is, giving you that ability to burn more body fat at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter what age you are, what ability you are, resistance training, really, really important pillar for the lean out process. One other little top tip bonus is don't leave your training to guesswork. Have a program so that you know exactly what you're doing. And then on top of that, track your numbers. So what weight did I use and how many reps did I hit? That way you can go into the gym every week knowing what you did last week and you're trying to beat it, that is progressive overload. Big mistake people make, they go to the gym without a program, so they go to the same machine, the same exercise, use the same weight, the same amount of reps every single week, and they wonder why they're not progressing. Think about it. Have a program, track your numbers, apply progressive overload. Super simple. Pillar number 2, nutrition. All right, everyone gets this huge sort of mental block when it comes to a diet. When people want to lose weight, they start eating like a rabbit and they eat as little as possible, believing that that is the fastest way to lose fat. Ultimately, the less you eat, the slower your metabolism becomes. If you eat too little, your body will maintain body fat and lose muscle mass, and you will become skinny fat. Nobody wants that. All right. So ultimately, in a nutshell, nutrition is how much should we eat every day to allow us to lose weight, and what is it that we are eating. Now, long-term sustainable results, i.e. they last beyond your weight loss efforts, comes from time in the game. Now, if time in the game is so important, you better make sure that whatever approach you are taking is something that you actually enjoy doing, because therefore it'll keep you in the game longer. And nutrition is one of those ones that you must enjoy the foods that you consume, or else you're not going to stick to that diet. All right, so phase number one, step number one of setting up your nutrition is figure out your ideal calorie input for a day. Now, if you have a coach, they'll do that for you. You could, however, use a free platform like MyFitnessPal, punch in your data, height, weight, age, activity level, etc., and it'll give you a nice little ballpark calorie target to hit. Now, once you've got that calorie target, you want to start logging foods and hitting the calorie target. Now, the more accurate you can be, which might mean using a set of kitchen scales, increased accuracy equals increased speed of result. If your body weight is coming down, that calorie target is working for you. Well done. Stick to it. If your body weight is staying the same or actually increasing, your calorie target is probably too high and you need to pull it down. Now, losing weight is a really simple process of energy in, which is food, versus energy out, which is movement, gym, being alive, etc. So as long as our output is higher than our input, we've created a calorie deficit. You can increase that calorie deficit if you want to lose more weight faster, or indeed if you're actually not losing any weight, you want to create the deficit. There's two levers you can pull. Nutrition can come down in terms of your calorie target, or if you're like me and you actually like consuming quite a lot of food, then just put your output up. As soon as you start seeing the number on the scale going down, you've found the sweet spot, you stick with it and you run with it, all right? So that takes us nicely into the final pillar that I believe to be super important for a weight loss journey, which is our additional movement, i.e. cardio protocol. So I'll jump into that now. Pillar number 3, additional movement outside of the gym, what I call the cardio protocol. So for me, the final pillar to losing weight. Now, many people make the mistake when they're looking to burn body fat, they just start running every day, as fast as they can. Their heart rate's really, really high and they're thinking, great, my heart rate's high, I'm sweating loads, I'm going to be burning loads of fat, and then they eat very little on top of that. So what you need to understand is if you are fueling on limited food in an effort to lose body fat, and then you are pounding the heart rate really high, the body will not be going to fat stores for energy. It will be going to glycogen and muscle. So all you're going to do is lose muscle mass and maintain body fat. So you become skinny fat, as I spoke about in the nutrition pillar. So the best cardio for losing weight is lower heart rate, steady state, what we call zone 2, which is 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. And you can calculate your max heart rate by a very simple sum equation. 220 minus age, that's your max heart rate, and then calculate 60 to 70% of that. That is zone 2. So for me, I did 3 zone 2 sessions per week, half an hour per go, and that was done on the Stairmaster or an incline treadmill walk. So my heart rate was sitting in the zone 2 range, very conversational pace. my body was like, this is great. You know, heart rate is nice and steady. I will tap into fat stores for energy, and I was dropping off body fat. All right. So because I was, controlling heart rate, I was able to maintain lean muscle mass and get rid of body fat. On top of my 3 zone 2 sessions, I was dedicated to a step count. Now, my step count was 10 to 12K per day, and some days I would go slightly over that. Now, steps are brilliant for losing weight. Reason being, they're really low heart rate activity. You know, heart rate, if you're on an incline, a hill, 90 to 100 beats per minute. On a flat, you're maybe sitting at 60, 70 beats per minute, depending on how fit you are. But it's very low impact, very low heart rate. The body loves it. All right, so we're burning easy calories every single day in a low impact fashion. So the body will happily drop off body fat and maintain the lean muscle mass, which ultimately makes us feel good, healthy, and energized, and look good. All right, which is a nice little byproduct of losing weight. So to summarize the cardio protocol, when you're losing weight, you want to focus on zone 2 cardio so that we can drop off body fat and maintain lean mass. And steps, super, super important. The secret sauce to fat loss. Low impact, easy to recover from, and such a good calorie burner. There we go. There's our 3 pillars to burning fat. Training, get yourself a program to follow that you can stick to all year. 3 sessions a week, 2 sessions a week, whatever is realistic for you, but make sure you have a program to remove the guesswork. Track your numbers so that you can scale them over time. Pillar number 2, nutrition, really simple. Set yourself a calorie target and hit it with accuracy, and fill that calorie target with whole foods that you actually enjoy eating so that you stay with it long enough to see genuine return on effort. Final pillar, additional movement, so that we're ensuring our output is far greater than our input, food. Output, for me, zone 2 cardio and steps is all we need to be doing. And steps can be accumulated on the golf course, it can be accumulated on a family walk, whatever it is, go outside and enjoy yourself. But zone 2 cardio, for me, incline treadmill or the Stairmaster was brilliant, but you could do it on the Peloton, a bike, a cross trainer. Just get that heart rate in the zone 2 zone. So yeah, any questions, drop them into the comments and I'll come back to you and hopefully be able to help. Cheers.